Hello, this is Sibyl Harmony, and this is your energy update video for February 2022. So the energy is moving really fast. That doesn't mean you need to move really fast, but a lot is happening. And surprise things, unpredictable things. Oh, my light here on this video is, okay, it's kind of going in and out. It's later in the afternoon where I am in California, so the sun's kind of going in and out and it's making my video go dark and light. So, okay, so we have a lot of things. If you've noticed, the way that you thought about things may change or has changed. Like you thought things were a certain way, and then you go, wait a minute, I don't think that's my truth anymore. So new ideas, new ways of doing things, changing the way that we think about things. Also, things can come up around sleep. There's so much energy and electromagnetic fields with cell phones and electricity and computers, and then there's solar flares, and so it can feel like things are busy or like there's so much happening, it can kind of wake you up. So I do a healing with people to kind of clean out their sleep space in my sessions. Also, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you meditate or do sutras, you can, which is something also that I teach in my private sessions, you can use that time if you stay quiet and dark, because there's a lot going on, a lot of healing, and your hormones are resetting the melatonin in your pineal gland. So it's not a good time to get up and start watching TV or get on your computer. It's a time where you can still get that restful sleep and keep it quiet and dark. And so meditating can keep you up if you meditate late in the day, but it's also a good idea to get a regular rhythm, a regular circadian rhythm where you have a sleep schedule. So that can help as well as I love watching sunsets because they kind of help everything to calm down and kind of shut down. And then I don't look at phone screens or computers before I go to bed because it can keep you up. I know it keeps me up. But then waking up, like there's 3 levels of sleep that I look at. So it's the falling asleep, the staying asleep, and the deep sleep. And so those, also if you have sleep apnea, there's things you can do to exercise the tongue and the jaw. So there's different things you can do to help, or you may need to see a doctor and deal with sleep apnea. But one of the most important things that I've done is learning how to be a nose breather. So it creates a hostile environment for viruses. It really oxygenates your body, calms your emotions, and helps you sleep better at night. And so I practice nose breathing. And so anyway, sleep issues have been coming up for people for a while now, but those will continue to come up in February. Also, power dynamics, like changes in relationships. It could be the ending of a relationship or beginning new relationships, but changing dynamics. How do you own your power? And do you feel like you are enough? And when we have deep feelings of not being good enough, that can attract to us people and relationships that mirror that back to us. And so it's really important to do your work and shift your when I do healing, I can't really translate it on a video, but rather than just reading somebody like, here's what you get, which is always subject to change. Any psychic is, the best psychic is only 90% right on a good day. But when you look at what's going on and then you do energy healing, you can shift and create what you want. That's what I love about healing with energy, and change your ideas, your beliefs. Whenever things have happened in this life or a past life, it takes a snapshot, a picture in your spirit, in your energy field, and that sits there. So say your mother said that you weren't good enough. You may tend to attract an employer that feels the same way because you have that picture, that it's like a square. I see it sitting in people's chakras or energy field. And so when you talk about it, that's helpful, and recognizing it is the first step. But when you actually release the picture or the energy, then either your boss's relationship will change, it won't bother you, or you'll find another job because your spirit no longer needs to be there in that situation, learning the same thing you learned with your family of origin. So interesting. Okay. So I pulled this card, enough. You are enough. Okay. And I want to talk about surrender to the magic of who you are. And this is about finding your gifts. It may be past life gifts and gifts that you've come in to, the things that you've learned or knew in past lives when you were more open, like psychic abilities or creativity, new things. Like you may feel like, wow, I don't like this job. I want to do something that I love. And a lot of people are changing jobs or careers now. And so receiving gifts, being more creative, starting new things is really, I love this month. And so surrendering to the magic of receiving the downloads of information that can come in meditation, in quiet reflection, in your dreams, in a healing session, having somebody help you connect with that. And trusting yourself is really important. Like, it's a good time to, there's a lot of disinformation out there, and what's happening is we're being unprogrammed from the mass media, from big pharma, big oil, big whatever industry, the fashion industry. We're deprogramming ourselves from whatever we came in with our family of origin, and kind of like it's time to shake the dullness out of your head, and life is too short. And the energy, it can be really dreamy or kind of psychic and mystical. You might feel like, I'm going crazy. Well, some people might, because like people are going to get like really angry and emotional. That can come up. But we want to respond to life, not be a reaction. There's nothing wrong with anger, but it's a very powerful energy. So we want to use that to create something or to set a boundary. Your anger is telling you something, or maybe it's not even your anger. Maybe you're just channeling something that's not helping you. Anger turned inward can feel like depression. But it's time to shake the dullness out of your head. That's salmon reversed. These are the medicine cards by who are these by? Jamie Sams and David Carson. I love this deck. It looks like that. I'm using a bunch of different decks here. I usually do. But anyway, so call a thing a thing. Know what you know. Trust yourself. And it's like it's time to get unprogrammed and tune into your gifts, your abilities, your intuition, and following through with what you're getting is really important, because, and this is like empowering yourself in relationships, making changes so that it works for you, and or works better for you, or at least you know a thing is a thing. Call a thing a thing. Know that a thing is a thing. Like if I'm feeling jealous, like okay, wow, that's my inner child, and I'm feeling, feeling this way, and that, how is that serving me, and how can I reparent myself so that I can have a better experience and response and loving myself through whatever process you're going through. Okay, so salmon, know what you know, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and not buying into programming or propaganda. Okay, and then we have weasel reversed, and this is kind of the same energy. It's like knowing that it's how we move through life, when you don't need to make a statement to everybody or get into a big fight, but you can be guided with your intuition to where you need to go or what you need to do. Say, for example, there's going to be, extreme weather things, unpredictable things. So how do you stay connected and take care of yourself is by going inside and checking in with your intuition and your guidance and following that. Because really, you know more than I know, or any psychic, or any healer, or therapist, or famous person, or family member, or whatever. It's about checking in and being in your inner stealth, in your inner guidance, okay? I also have energy with connecting with our inner female, our psychic, or even children. This can be a card for connecting with and really supporting our children, supporting our creative, our psychic side, our intuition, and really having fun, okay? So this can be a time when I'm getting, for some reason, I'm getting energy around daughters, young girls and women, and empowering. It can be an empowering time for women and young girls, okay? So enjoy your February, and I'm going to be teaching a class on psychic development, and that's on my website. I'm at Sibyl, SIBYLHarmony.com, and I've got a couple classes on there if you're interested. And thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and like me if you're on Facebook. Like and subscribe. It really helps me if you're on YouTube. Thank you so much, and enjoy your February.